Hello everyone, my name is Ekaterina Andoni and I'm a licensed immigration consultant working at EverNorth Canada Immigration Solutions. We operate within Ontario, but we would be happy to help anyone across any Canadian province, or even if you are overseas interested in Canadian immigration or applying for a work permit, study permit, whichever application you might have, we would be happy to assist you. Here in this video, we would start from the explanation of how the maintained status in Canada works. It might be especially interesting for those who are currently in Canada, their status is expiring, and they want to consider the benefit of maintained status. Technically, we would cover, a few things, what you need to know about the status, the most common mistake, what ruins it completely, and the ways to avoid it, right? And any mistakes. If any of the questions would be more interesting to you, you can check the timestamps and you can jump right into the question. Also, if you have more questions to us that you would love us to discuss in a separate video, drop them into the comments. We are reading everything and taking everything into account. So most likely you will see the answer to your comment in our next video. So let's get started. Maintained status is one of the powerful rules that can keep you legally in the country and keep you maintaining your status of a worker in case you applied to extend the work permit. So it's very helpful, and powerful thing. But at the same time, it's something that a lot of clients are confused about. They don't know how to apply or even mix it with just an extension. So let's break everything down. We're gonna start with just what it is, right? If you follow immigration news from back in the day until now, you know that formerly it was named as implied status. So you may hear, some people who've been in the industry practicing for quite a while, they still say implied status, but the essence of the status has not changed itself. It's just that the IRCC changed its name. So formerly it was implied status, now it's called maintained status. So what it means, if your current status is expiring, and within the validity of your current status you submitted the application to extend, right, your current status, you submitted the new application within the validity period, all is good. So even if your current, let's say, work permit, right, let's do it as the first example. So if your current work permit is already expired, but you submitted the extension on time, so you don't need to worry, you're going to be covered and you're going to legally stay in Canada under the maintained status. So it means that even if you don't have a valid work permit, but you have the confirmation that you submitted your application for extension on time, and you have the official acknowledgement from the IRCC that your application was accepted and it's in process, it means that everything is done correctly and you are covered. You can continue remaining in Canada, even continue working under the same conditions, all the way up until the decision is rendered on your new application that you submitted. So a lot of applicants might be stressed because the IRCC right now, unfortunately, tend to process the applications longer, right? If you check the processing times, they are going up and up, and let's say a few years ago it took IRCC just 2 months to process the work permit extension. Right now it is close to 6 months, 7 months. So you can imagine how worried applicants become when they applied on time and they are waiting anxiously for the new work permit to arrive. They are worried that the status expires, the documents are expired, what to do. But all this time they are covered within the maintained status, meaning that despite how long of a processing time right now is and how long it takes the IRCC to check your application and render the decision, you are still good to continue legally being inside the country, continue working under the same conditions, and just peacefully waiting until your new work permit is approved. So the time when your work permit, the previous one, expires, and all the way until the new work permit is issued, you are fully covered under this maintained status. That's why it's so crucial to understand what conditions you have to follow to keep this status active, because it gives you the option to legally work, maintain your legal stay inside Canada, right, to prove it to your employer that you can continue working and all of that. That's why it's very important to maintain a few quick rules that we're going to discuss. So you need to follow 4 rules to benefit from the maintained status. So the first one is you need to apply before the current permit expires. The second one, you need to apply for the same type of permit or change condition on the other permit while you are in Canada. The third one, you need to physically remain in Canada during the entire processing of the application. And the fourth one, you need to maintain the same conditions imposed on your original permit that you are trying to extend. The first one, let's go a bit deeper into every single step so you understand better how the process works. On practice, for example, your work permit expires on June 1st. You decide to in advance that you need to apply for an extension. You have the grounds for the extension, and you apply May 1st. So you apply a month in advance. You submit your new application, and you have the acknowledgement of receipt from the IRCC that your new application has been received, everything good, everything is in process. So since you applied beforehand, while your current work permit still is valid, it means that everything is good, you can benefit from the maintained status. Also, an important thing to note, even though the IRCC suggests you to apply at least 30 days in advance before the work permit expires, in reality, by law, you can apply any day before the expiration time. So the same example, if we go back, even if you are submitting the new work permit application, let's say May 28th, you're still gonna be within the legal framework, and your application would be valid and submitted correctly because you did it before the current work permit expired. So even a day in advance, everything is fine. Usually, a practical tip: I try to never submit. Of course, it depends on the situation, on the client, how fast everything can be delivered to us, and how fast the client responds, and all of that. But I try to never submit during the last few days of the current permit, just because you never know what's going to happen with the IRCC portal, because a lot of applications you submit them online, right? And sometimes IRCC, they do maintenance on their portal, so the portal is down. There is no way how you can log in and submit the application. So please don't wait until the last minute to submit. So even something goes wrong with the portal, you still allow yourself a bit of a time, so you still have let's say tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, you have enough time to submit once the portal issues are resolved. So that's the practical tip. The main thing, you submit before the expiration of the current permit. The second one is you submit the application for the same type. For example, you had the work permit, you apply for the extension of the work permit. So you are kind of switching from worker to worker. It means that you fully retain your ability to continue working in Canada under the same conditions. That's very important. So if you had an open work permit, you apply for the extension all the way until your work permit, the new one, is approved under the new conditions. You retain the same ability to work for any employer in Canada full-time and continue staying legally. So that's very important. As well as another thing, for example, you want to switch from the worker to visitor. You can do it only from inside Canada. So that's the status that and application that you benefit from while you remain inside the country. So the same example, the work permit is expiring, but you submit the change of conditions from worker to visitor. You retain the ability to remain in Canada under this maintained status while IRCC continues processing of your visitor application. But very important thing here, you lose the ability to work once your work permit expires, because you change from worker to visitor. Maintained status covered you as staying legally, remaining legally in the country, but you lose the ability to work. Also, an important thing, that you don't need to leave the country, that's a benefit. But when you're switching from one status to the other, here you need to be mindful. So when the work permit expires, you need to stop working, but you can remain legally in Canada for as long as IRCC continues processing your visitor record, for example. The third one is that you must remain physically in Canada to maintain this status. What it means, and this is the most common mistake that I mentioned during the intro of the video. This is something that happens a lot, unfortunately, to the clients. Like, they submitted everything on time. Let's go back to the first example where that's just the most common thing. That's why we're using as an example. When you extend the existing work permit, you apply for the new one while you retain the ability to remain in Canada and work. And as we mentioned, it might take half a year, 7 months for the immigration to process the application. And at some point, people just book a vacation and decide to spend some time, let's say, with family members or friends, even just a week, even just 5 days. But here is the important thing, like, the minute you leave Canada, your maintained status is gone. It means that you either need to wait until your new work permit is approved to come back, which I don't recommend by any means, or on your way back, your application is treated, not even application, but you are treated not as a worker who submitted the extension of the work status, but as a visitor again, because the border officers, they are checking who's coming and who's going, so you would need to present your valid documents at the time of re-entry to Canada. So the border officer, even though you have an application pending, they cannot, grant you just entry because you have a pending application, because they do not really know if your work permit would be approved or not. So they can only allow you to entry as a visitor, so they treat you as a visitor. They still might allow you to entry, that's absolutely fine if you have grounds, all good, but your benefits from the maintained status, meaning that you could continue working and everything, like that's gone. So you would need to wait until the decision comes, but without the ability to work. So that's an important thing. If you have a pending application, I recommend planning ahead and not doing any bookings for vacation before you hear back from the IRCC that all good, your new work permit is approved. And the last one, the fourth condition, is you need to maintain the same conditions as your previous status documents before your new, let's say, work permit in this example is granted. So this is especially important for people who are switching between employers, right? If you had an open work permit, that's fine. You would continue to have the right to work for anyone before your new work permit is approved. That's logical, that's awesome, but especially important for people who are on closed work permit, right? Let's say your work permit was linked to an employer, you had like an LMIA-based work permit, and you submitted an extension, you found a new employer who's willing to hire you, you submitted application on time, all good, but before you can officially start working for the new company, for the new employer, all the way during your maintained status, you need to continue under the previous conditions. So you would need to continue working for your former employer for as long as the work permit application is being in process, until the IRCC is granting you the authorization to work for the new one. This is very important. So you cannot, after the submission of the new extension, all of a sudden change employer because you have an application in process. That's not how it works, unfortunately. So guys, if you are currently holding an employer-specific work permit and switching employers, be mindful on that. Another logical question that I get from a lot of my clients is, how do I prove to my employer, who is Canadian employer, they might not even know what current immigration rules are, like how do I prove to them that I can authorize to continue working for them, that I submitted my extension application? And this is a good question. In this case, you need to explain how the system works, and most of the time I suggest just sharing with the company's HR or the company owner, sharing the official link where IRCC explains the maintained status and providing the supporting documents for that. So in your case, the supporting documents would be the official current work permit that 99.9% that your employer already has a copy because they hired you. They needed to know exactly that you were authorized to work for them legally. But anyways, I would still include it in an email, a copy of the current work permit, a copy of the acknowledgement of receipt for the new application that you submitted on time. You remember, right? You submitted before the work permit expired. So after you submit it, the IRCC usually takes, it's an automatic message that you get, usually takes, within 24 hours, maximum 2 days from the time when you submit to get this official acknowledgement of receipt. So again, 99.9% that you would have it on hand after you apply, so you attach it as well, just to show that you submitted within the validity of the previous work permit. And also you attach, because most likely the IRCC afterwards will send you like an additional letter explaining that you are authorized to continue working, and the letter, it says it says that you can print this letter and attach it to your work permit, the current one, and they will list even the document number of your current work permit and attach it in proof that you're authorized to continue legally working. And they usually indicate the date there. Last year, and prior years, they usually were indicating the random date, which was around 120 days from the time you submit, because usually that was the time frame where the IRCC was hoping they would give you the decision on your application. So most likely this was the timeline, how fast they were processing the applications. Unfortunately, as of now, as the timelines expand and and grow, they did a bit of a change here as well. So the new letter of authorization to continue working comes with the new date, with extended date. It says that you're authorized to work for the entire year. Let's say you submitted your application on May 28th, 2026. So the letter would say it is valid until May 28th, 2027, giving you the full year. But it has the note there that it's valid until 2027, or until the decision on your application is rendered, whichever comes first. So it means that if, God forbid, you get the refusal, let's say in December 2026, this refusal would mark as the decision on your file. So the previous letter that you got authorizing you to continue working has this special mark that if the decision comes before, it means that it overweights that initial letter that you got. So if your application is refused, unfortunately the letter does not authorize you to continue working just by itself. But that's an unfortunate situation. We're not going into a lot of details about it. In your case, everything should be fine and done correctly, so your file should be approved. And this additional letter, it's just to help the applicant to explain to the employer and confirm that the extension is on the way and they continue working. So all of these three documents together with the link to official explanation from the IRCC usually is more than enough for the employer to understand everything and keep you employed. I hope the video and explanations were helpful, but still, if you have some questions that have not been covered, or you want us to discuss your unique situation, to take a look into your personal documents and circumstances, please don't hesitate to reach out. Click the link in the description and fill out the assessment form, book a consultation with us. We'll meet and get a chance to review in detail your current case, suggest the strategy, because immigration matters are complicated and you don't need to do everything on your own. We are here to help.